So after struggling to make Tofurky, because that's like the dinner recipe idea I have for this restaurant I was planning to work on, me and Olaf was gonna make this Tofurky, and so we did. We made Tofurky, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't really easy, because I tried microwaving tofu by itself, thinking it'll turn into Tofurky, but it's more complicated than that. So to get the crispy look, you need flour, just any flour. So obviously I went with plain flour. I got a tofu. Any tofu works, by the way. Well, if it's one of those soft tofus, it might be a little challenging. You have to get a firm tofu. But I guess this video this video canonically takes place during at least between issue 1 to issue 4. Yeah. So between issue 1 and issue 4, he redeems himself. Becomes United States of America, his superhero name throughout the Magistral verse. I mean, well, for short, Superstar, but I prefer, the proposed idea. And yeah, I mean, obviously, there's some flaws of making this Tofurky, but it looks like the ones from the stores and maybe a restaurant. But I'll probably be the first gender fluid to make Tofurky, and Olaf will be the first miniature schnauzer to make Tofurky. Dude, the thing fell on the freaking blanket. Here, you eat it. You eat it. You eat the table scraps. So yeah, you just gobble the thing up, Olaf. Obviously, the Tofurky doesn't taste as good as the ones from the stores. I think I should put more than just like seasoning and flour and tofu, but this is flour and tofu was the main 2 ingredients, and then I put a little seasoning. I should have put like a soy sauce or a teriyaki soy sauce so it could taste more better, because like these things have like type of a complex number of seasonings, and I don't know which one. So you guys give me a recommendation on what to put, and maybe I'll put it on here. But it looks like a crispy chicken or something. One time the call-up posters asked me if I know what Jollibee was, and I acted dumb, acting like, oh, what's Jollibee? And then they were like so surprised. Like, I just wanted to get a reaction back on the call-up posters. Why would I give a genuine reaction when I could just, So, I don't know. It could be like one of those type of supervillains, I guess. Yeah, but I told Miss Flower that I'm gonna become a redeemed villain at some point, but I don't know yet. I've been spending my time trying to eat this little cantaloupe. Sharing it with Olaf. And yeah, it's been like really difficult. A small bite for a fruit. But yeah, anyways, basically, I need voice actors. It's so difficult to get the voice actors. Every single time there's a voice actor, the call-up posters keep, and like just discouraging them out of their stay or something, and how I could explain It was like, oh, I get a voice actor for Olaf Kleine, and then next thing you know, the call-up posters try to go after the Olaf Kleine voice actor and all these sorts of things, and it's just inconceivable. It's inconceivable. Okay. Does this reflect my face on this grape? I don't know. Probably not. I don't see like a head moving or anything. I'd give this grape to Olaf, this fruit over here, but unfortunately dogs can't eat grapes, so I'm eating this grape. Anyways, you could probably eat a pineapple. Those are healthy for dogs. And pretty much, when I was recycling the bottles, the school viewers saw me with my galaxy cape. It was more over just a blanket that I tied into a cape. And they're like, are you the Lucifer reborning star? And I was like, no, I'm just an anti-hero. I'm just the Milky Way. And then they're like, oh, so you're in your own universe. And I'm like, yeah, it's called the Magistrovers. You know, because, you know, I'm trying to create this cartoon stuff. So, I know people are gonna make jokes about the watermelon I'm about to eat. Why would I care? Why would I care? I'm giving this to Olaf Kleine. Here, eat this watermelon, Olaf Kleine. So, anyways, yes, I know the French fry joke was a little crazy. A little crazy, right? However, I need to rhyme. The French fry joke, I needed to rhyme something one way or another. I can't just rhyme all the first words in the first verse with Bluey and just count it as a day for a diss track on Sewer Rat Girl and Rushka. In fact, Rushka pretty much vouched for at least like my my label as a fallen hero, where Rushka just said, oh, Mr. Magistral Malik fell to the dark side already. And honestly, I mean, it just gives the implication of me being a hero at one point initially, but becoming a fallen hero, and you know what? So I don't think it really makes much sense. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, Rushka would have to depict a Mr. Magistral Malik as a pure evil villain and see if this Mr. Magistral Malik could get approved on the Pure Evil Villains Wiki, which I highly doubt, because I mean, you'd have to really try to subvert all of the mitigating factors out of Mr. Magistral Malik, Mr. Magistral Me, to try to get him to pretty much subvert all of his sympathetic qualities and make him out to be like some pure evil villain, when I think it'll probably just be him like taking over universes or something and turning into Mayhem Evil Stroll by his own volition. But there would be like the moral agency issues of like the canon Mr. Magistral Malik, of these split personalities I'll probably establish through the comics, and then like every sort of thing the call-up posters bring up about my character, it's like I could just pretty much counterpoint it with like, oh, well, moral agency issues and mentally ill, and well, Mr. Magistral Malik from the Magistral verse would just inevitably get approved and marked onto the inconsistently heinous wiki, Basically, inconsistently heinous villains are just as evil as a pure evil villain, being able to be just as evil as a pure evil villain, but they have way too many mitigating factors, which makes it difficult for them to get on the near pure evil wiki, but at least be able to pass the baseline and the heinous standards. This is similar to inconsistently admirable, where like pretty much vice versa, a heroic character is good as a pure good character, pure good hero character, but has way too many corrupting qualities, making it difficult for the inconsistently admirable character to be on the pure good or the near pure good wiki. So very self-explanatory. I was thinking he could be just probably pure good at most, because I was thinking of like just kind of copying a little bit of like Ninjago, where Lloyd was once like a villain, but then he redeemed himself, and then like he's pretty much on the pure good heroes wiki right now. He's the blonde ninja with the green ninja outfit. And there's like Lord Garmadon, who's like this Venom Snake King monarch, who is the father of Lloyd Garmadon. I don't know. It's like a type of Darth Vader type of thing. I've watched the series. It's like it's definitely something I'd stay tuned for, but I'd watch it on Netflix. It's so easy watching on a streaming service. I'm giving him the cantaloupe. It leaves this Tofurky left. Guys, look, it's them Tofurkys. Of course, I don't think I want to eat the Tofurky yet, because I want to show proof that this is a Tofurky I genuinely made. I'll show you the inside. No branded Tofurky looks like this, by the way. And I made this on the second attempt. The first attempt sucked. I'll show you the results of the first attempt. The first attempt looked like this, and I could barely eat it, and I tried to put teriyaki sauce to make it taste better. So don't cook it too much. I think like 5 minutes. 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes if you look for a little median for 5 minutes to 10 minutes. I don't know what the median would be, so just try something between 5 to 10 minutes with microwaving this. Roll it over on time, hopefully. I don't know. I just asked ChatGPT to make this. I made it, but I don't know. I didn't make the ingredients individually. I just kind of looked for these ingredients. The tofu was in the bottom part of the fridge. The flour was just on the pantry counter, top pantry counter. Look at this. This is, you could tell that this is tofu on the inside, right? Yeah, this is tofu. Tastes good, kind of. I need to get like a Tofurky sauce or a gravy, a vegan gravy, guys. Guys, I need a tutorial on how to make gravy. If anyone could give me a little tutorial. I'll just put it onto here for like my Thanksgiving feast. You try one? Of course, you're going to tell me, like, oh, when's the Magistracy of Candidacy, the Blue Screen of Death, going to have an episode 1? When I get the voice actors. I really could use some voice actors. Otherwise, I'm just aimlessly animating pretty much nothing. And then I don't think it would really feel like an episode 1. Plus, I don't think it fits with the name of the ideal title I thought about. iPhone jailbreak. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think iPhone jailbreak would be like a genuine episode name. The reason I I made the idea of calling it iPhone jailbreak is because they asked, how are you gonna make your cartoon series while you're incarcerated? And then I made this joke saying, oh, the first episode is gonna be called Magistracy of Candidacy, the Blue Screen of Death, Season 1. No, actually, no, it was Season ? Episode ? Titled iPhone Jailbreak. And obviously, I know it's not a good idea to call it, you know what, but it's funny because, I'm just poking fun at the call-out posters with their questions. And obviously they take offense. No, they're just surprised. They're just surprised, man. Oh shoot, it almost fell. This thing is like 100 degrees. No, just kidding, it's not. You can't be telling me like my artwork and animation styles, like you're just kind of criticizing it. Well, I'm kind of like, I don't really have voice actors. Like right now, don't even get me started on the criticism for comics. At least my comics passed the Bechdel test. For Time Majesty Ruff's Adventures comics, available on Webtoon, and my comics for at least issue 2 for Magistralverse passed the Bechdel test. It literally passed the Bechdel test, and you can't really tell me otherwise. It just did. It passed the Bechdel test. Because, like, they were gonna Mistletoe, Viscum album, Dragon Mythology, and Zeus's XP. We're going to watch the Alison Bechdel test movie, or I don't remember. Like, I don't even remember the comics I'm working on. But they are watching like some type of the Alison Bechdel test themed film at most. This is Tofurky, by the way. This is some good Tofurky. Any type of seasoning kind of works, but the thing is, I need recommendations for the seasoning. Like, what type of vegan seasoning should I use for this Tofurky next time? I don't want to reveal the seasoning like right away, or just say it all together. I would much rather say, hey, it's up for interpretation what type of seasoning you could put on here, but yeah, I think an air fryer would have been better than using a microwave, considering how messy this Tofurky looks. It doesn't even look as crunchy. So I think 10 minutes would have been better. Look at the crunchiest part over here. Giving it to Olaf. iPhone jailbreak? Really? No. I'm not calling it iPhone jailbreak. So I could have rolled it up better for this tofurky. I could have cooked it for maybe 15 minutes. I don't know. It's like, I don't know the exact precise time. I need like at least recommendations on the precise timing. Obviously I mixed this tofu with flour, and then I just kind of mix it up together and then rolled it up into like a loaf. But my attempt wasn't good because I didn't like flipped over in the middle of the cooking. But it kind of looks like it looks like a street food tofurky. Maybe I could become a chef. Not the South Park chef, obviously. No. And not the chef from Total Drama. He literally takes up the whole entire, like, I don't know what it is. It's just, he talked throughout, like, the eliminations during the reboot. Like, the reboot, he was just talking mostly instead of Chris McClane. Why? Why is it that even through the voice switch, like changing the voice actors, would you just let the character just not talk as much? Like Chris McClane was not talking as much throughout the elimination reboot. I don't know. I could roll with the new voice actor, by the way, like just voicing Chris McClane. But the other thing I'm gonna criticize of the Total Drama 2023 reboot, they made like a next season, and it's like the second half of the reboot instead of a separate season, which makes no sense. I don't know why. Anyways, I will promise some comics. Realistically, I could work on the comics and then show what drawing skills I have, and then animating some adaptations based upon the comics. I wouldn't say there are going to be episodes for the series I'm working on, but it will be at least probably for the Magistral verse. The best part with this tofurky is how crunchy it tastes. I have a whole entire Bechdel test with this conversation. Hi, Amy. Hi, Rosie. Will it be sunny today? Yes, it will be. It is. Yes, it is 99 degrees. Them gollies, them gollies. And then the title, Magistral verse. I can pass the Bechdel test, no matter what the call-up posters say. My series could pass the Bechdel test. Here you go. I mean, honestly, if I just switch the genders of, like, the entire cast, I guess it does pass the Bechdel test, right? Pretty much. Dude, I hear the neighbor's dogs barking from this far away. Why? Why are they barking so loud? Alright. You know, most of the jokes I want to implement onto the series, I don't know if it follows YouTube's community guidelines. So it's like I'm really going to have to like look for a way to make this work in the long run. It is not easy for me to work on a cartoon series one single-handedly, especially with like the drawbacks I have in like recording, getting enough time to record with the audio being clear enough. That's why. I mean, it's easier for a big studio because they have all the equipment to voice act. I, on the other hand, I actually would like to see all the fans for Magistralverse try to recreate Magistralverse through the comics I have, at least. And then they could be able to make their little verdict on if I'm making excuses. There's all this barking. What am I going to do with all this barking in the way? It's just not goody-goo anymore. You could say the voice acting could just be all AI, but I'm not really interested in AI. I'll tell you why. There's like 2 people who use my voice for AI. 2 people use my voice for AI. It wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't for them literally getting more views than the views I get for my videos and stuff. And I don't really like it when they do this type of stuff, you know? It's just not goody-goo. Nothing could truly make up for the lack of videos I'm able to release on YouTube. Because I know there's like call-out posters after call-out posters, or just genuine followers asking why I'm not uploading as much. It's for a bunch of reasons. Losing a relative, and then like how much it kind of impacts my time. Because it's like, man, it's difficult for me to try to eat when I feel like I'm in distress. And I know it's ironic because I'm eating this Tofurky, but yesterday it was so difficult to eat the entire Crunch Wrap from Taco Bell. The entire Taco Bell Crunch Wrap, because of not only hearing the news, but like just the stress I feel when I think about death. Because it's not like I don't know how it's like second-hand or third-hand experience or anything. Like I've seen death like literally happen like directly before. And yeah, it does bother me so much when I think about death. It's like a very touchy subject. I can't really talk about on YouTube. But like in the context, I'm talking about like a lot of things I went through and still do. The way I have to cope with it, whether or not the audience takes it well, I don't even care anymore. I just want to eat Tofurky with Olaf Kleine. At least. Could you imagine if I get a fan who would go as far as to like dress up as Olaf Kleine? I don't think any of those things would ever happen. I'd expect it to the very least. If it does happen, maybe I'll recruit him as a voice actor for Olaf Kleine. I mean, anyone could just dress up with like a gray, tan, furry attire, like some patriotic clothing, or a cosmic galaxy attire. I kind of depict it looking like the Union Jack flag with the Navy Federal indigo canvas with white stars, and it's like basically what Olaf Kleine wears throughout the Magistral verse. Consistently, I depict him this way, but I was thinking like I just depict Olaf with like a black tuxedo with a red rose as like a little foreshadowing, at least, or just a reference, at least, like, at most. I don't know yet. I get the same type of feeling like when Tom and Matt lost Ed. Same type of feeling. And trying to find out a way to really make sure the name doesn't go in vain. Trying to spell his name every single day. And dude, I start to lose like past memories. Like, because he was as small as a puppy. Like this size. And I held him. But he was a little puppy at the time, and he grew slightly more big, but not too big than the rest of the dogs here. It would be difficult to hold any other dog, like medium or big, large-sized dogs. Sometimes I have seen miniature schnauzers around here. I looked through the news. People's miniature schnauzers gone missing. I have zero involvement of any of those things because I've been in my room, depressed and then like merely drunk. Because I drank an entire apple juice and tried to like make it into like a type of wine or beer. Put sugar in it, and then like, dude, I felt like I couldn't be able to walk throughout the rain. Like I was almost gonna slip and fall. I was able to walk properly, but dude, I just kind of felt more tired or weak, or like every part of my body would hurt. Sugar spike, or I don't know. So this is the last piece of the Tofurky, giving it to Olaf. And you could make the argument that I could just be happy with what's within my life and stuff, but I mean, I just feel alone. I feel really alone. So I could use a friend. I've been just playing single player and I feel like really alone. So I don't know. I try to cope. No matter what these call-out posters are saying. It's like I see the call-out posters like actively trying to like grab my attention one way or another, and I just kind of don't really care anyways. All I get is the chance to just screenshot every single thing these call-out posters say and call them out for it. Kind of giving them the taste of their own medicine. Because people then don't trust the call-out posters as much. And I get to spend my time drawing undisturbed. I get to spend some time with Olaf Kleine for the rest of my life. This is my friend. My best friend forever. I just want friend. Did you like the Tofurky, Olaf? I could make more if you'd like. He likes the Tofurky. I just gotta make unseasoned Tofurky. Yeah, well, either way, it tastes fine, seasoned or not. I don't think I put that much seasoning on there. And even if I put too much seasoning, I have my fair share of fruits and vegetables I consumed, and I should be perfectly fine. I consumed like an entire 2 bowls worth of mushrooms for my omega-3. I don't know if that's good or bad, eating that many mushrooms and the fruits I just showed you I was eating. But I consumed Tofurky. And I wanted to document this, at least, to show the food I'm capable of cooking on my own. Tickle, 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 tickle. Them doggies. Them doggies. Them doggies. Guys, look, it's them doggies. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Fluffy chest. I have a special gift for Olaf. This was a pre-present, but I have a main present. I'll show you in the next video when I get the chance. Excited, Olaf? Alright. Well, I'm gonna get started with drawing or just walking. I'd like to see the afterglow sunset. You'd like to see the afterglow sunset? Oh, it's just basically where the sky turns blue and pink. I might draw you in the color scheme of blue and pink. At most, I just draw you as blue and red. Well, you'll see. I'll show you my artwork when I get the chance. See, we need to be able to work together so we could be able to prove these call-up posters wrong. Prove the school viewers wrong. That I can still be able to draw. I will draw. I want to draw. Because you see, when I try to take care of some of these dogs, they give me bite marks. You see, with the bite marks Olaf gave me before, it wasn't too horrendous, but like with the bite marks I have to endure, it's like bumps. Okay? The fleas don't bite me as hard as these dogs do. I just want to draw. I just want to draw. I want to draw. Like I've told the school viewers and the call-up posters, I just want to draw. I want to draw. I'm doing something else. I'm not really good at doing it really well because it's not something I'm accustomed to wanting to do, and it's really difficult to explain. I think Olaf could understand. You know, it's just difficult to explain. If I put these ears down, he kind of looks like his feral counterpart. Or at least his real life self. I don't know. I feel like with this security blanket variant, his ears will just look like this. But his ears are meant to be floppy, canonically. It's just real life just so happens to make the canon a little differently. Things are out of my control when it's in real life. Fiction, on the other hand, I create a story. I make a story. I draw and I write. All it takes is pieces of paper and a pencil and an eraser. I am trying to create a story. I don't even think I have to in order to get millions of views. Honest. Because people are so interested in AI roasted Drake. Like, oh, Drake. AI roasted Drake diss track. And the whole chorus is, hey, I roasted Drake. It was meant to be a joke, but people take it so seriously because they take all of the songs seriously. They take all of the songs seriously and they don't even understand the English language of metaphors and figure of speeches and literary devices. And like, it's like these people never took English class. Am I the only person who has to explain what literary devices are, Olaf Kleine? What do you mean I'm not the only one? Oh, all of the English teachers, you're right. You know, I think the English teachers kind of encouraged me to, write down stories and be a cartoonist in the first place. So I will write down stories and be a cartoonist. It is my plan. It is my plan. I will create the Magistralverse. The Magistralverse. Of course. Of course, people don't really get to see the Magistralverse. They don't get to really see it. It's just the lens of Mr. Magistral me. My thought process, at least, visualized. I suppose it could be a little real with, like, just a couple of artworks and animations. No, not really. With real life, I have to focus on how mundane the world is. I don't get to see the good news all the time. Well, maybe I've seen some good news, but I don't get to see all of the good news. It's just, upcoming indie cartoon series or something. Like, okay, I could make an indie cartoon series. Where's my 1 million subscribers? Where's my 1 million views? Where's my good ending? But no, of course, the algorithm is more focused on brain rot, and then I have to try to fit in with the norm. However the saying goes, my content will always be ignored and just mostly looked at by commentary YouTube channels and call out posters who just get their audience to just go to my channel. It's just an endless cycle. This is just Magistralverse all over again, really. It's like King Max Frost rules all over again. You know, it's just not goody good goo anymore. This is a wipe, a wet wipe. I use it to clean. I love flour and tofu. Those are the ingredients to craft and cook and craft up a Tofurky. Because Minecraft, it's like, oh, well, it's kind of a little limited on a couple things. Real life, you could do much more in real life. I saw a meme, and I tagged Turkey Tom with it. It was Steve and Alex. And Steve says, why don't you craft some... I don't think I want to say what the word is. But yeah, I don't know. Um... I thought the meme was funny. These call-out posters want to paint me out to be like some sort of lol cow or incel, when, I mean, as far as I know, I'm capable of working on my artwork and animations and getting friends of my own. So, I look nothing like Chris Chan nor Tim Box. I am my own person. I'm Mr. Magistral Me. Them collies. Them collies, them collies, them collies. Them collies, them collies, them collies. I like to crack my toe. It kinda hurts when I do it. I crack my knuckles. It's like we have habits of doing things, right? I like to drink so much coffee, which is probably not good for my health, but it's like just really a mix of a self-destructive behavior and just a subconscious thing. Like, I just really like coffee. I'd recycle the bottles and just get the Califia coffee, the mocha flavored one. It's like white, and then there's like a purple tip part for the mocha. Yeah, it's my favorite type of coffee because I don't even have to brew the thing. I could just literally buy it from like a store like Ralph's. Anyways, you know, I don't really like the coffees I have to brew or just put all the sugar, spice, and everything nice. I would much rather, you know, just get my mocha Califia coffee from Ralph's or Vaughn's. I don't really know. See, this is the type of bite marks I get from taking care of the other dogs, and then apparently I'm the bad guy when I just want to draw instead of take care of the other dogs. Them collies. Them collies, them collies. But no. Not them collies. Them Tofurkys. If I ever find myself a service dog and they're a golden retriever, I'm going to nickname them Tofurky. Lieutenant Tofurky or something. I don't know. I mean, I have two characters who are nicknamed Lieutenant LGBTQI plus and then Professor Pride. Professor Pride is Peter Painter. He'll make a appearance, a debut, and then there's I think Madeline Madison, and then she is the lieutenant, and she's an anthropomorphic fox, so it's just a little different for a change. Instead of drawing all of the domestic dogs throughout my cartoon series, I'll draw a variety of different species throughout the Magistral verse, hopefully. I don't really know how to put like really variety, since I feel like my signature for the Magistral verse is for me to draw the furries, really, not for me to just draw anything else. I'm all for a crossover, right? I'm all for a crossover with whatever Magistral verse gets crossed over with, as long as it's not gonna have like a ridiculous fan base like Chris Chan or Tim Box. No thanks. Something around the same level as Mr. Magistral Malik and Magistral verse. Same humor, same goals. I would not even collaborate with that vegan teacher or the vegan teacher because Karen isn't really. I don't look up to Karen. Whatever her name is, I don't know. I heard Karen was her first name allegedly, because she has an English channel, where she teaches for English language, um, and then like, what the heck is a school bus doing in front of my house? I don't know. So like, um, her name is allegedly Karen, or I don't know, either Karen or Susan. But the reason why I don't root for the vegan teacher is because I don't think she's really consistent with even being a vegan, because I've been far more consistent with wanting to be a vegan than she has. And I don't know. I mean, I just don't think that she speaks for me, considering the things on her videos. I would explain every single thing wrong with her videos, but I think you'd have to check her channel. Um, but I recommend not, like, not interacting with her at all. I just don't get yourself involved with, like, do not get yourself involved with those type of clowns. Okay, they don't speak for my vegan experience or my ongoing experience being a vegan. I would much rather just, be civil and be like, hey, you guys want to draw and animate furries with me, and go from there. I shaved my chin, mustache. I don't really like the hair. I get all gender dysphoric and stuff. I just don't really like the mustache hair on myself. I could just use a little shave. But I just don't really like the hair on my body. It's like a very big gender dysphoria thing for me. Of course, I just have a genderless expression, so I guess I could have hair. I don't know. And yeah, I've been kind of like dealing with a big injury on like my feet. It's just with like my feet kicked like something that was really hard, and it hurts walking. I was worried it'd be a crippled or something, but I don't think that's the case. It's just that my toe hurts, like I stubbed my toe. It just hurts like so much. And then it stopped hurting, and then the bruise is just still there. Feels like my toe's freaking dislocated. Miss Flower had a like dislocated finger or something. And it was around the same night as one of the clients who was gonna pick up the other dogs, and got all impatient while I was literally doing a Minecraft live stream, and I was like, oh, come on, I stopped the Minecraft live stream because of this. It was funny. Obviously, people don't get how funny the jokes are, and I don't expect people to laugh genuinely. They're just gonna see me as a joke and laugh at me. I don't really know how to make the jokes where people could genuinely laugh with me. I'm not good at making the jokes. This is my dream girls, and then these three um Amazons, the Bechdel test, were like voice acted by a bunny who likes angel dust in spite of angel dust, being interested in, men and stuff. I don't know. I literally had a conversation with the voice actor, and the voice actor told me, oh, they'll just be a man then or something. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There's just a lot of other things I heard throughout the voice chat through the pilot voice actor for the mistletoe Viscum album, Dragon Mythology, and Zeus's XP voice actors for the pilot. The voice actor. The singular voice actor who voiced the three. I mean, I appreciate them voicing the three Amazons. It's just with, I guess, the conversations I remember through the voice chat. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a spy or anything, because, like, I went on the server and just was, like, casually asking, I asked, her if she could voice, the three. I wasn't really expecting much more. Although, she overshared, like, liking the character Vox and liking the character Alistair, like, a little too much. Even though Alistair is literally a row ace or something, and I don't know, I mean, like, you know, these type of fangirls, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they do like characters a little too much, and the fact that even I need to point it out, I don't know. I don't know. But I allowed them to voice act the three, and eventually, you know, with the whole cutting ties and stuff, because of my controversy, just kind of bleeding out, like the blue screen of death everywhere. I get too controversial for, like, even controversial commentary or furry or voice acting um, YouTubers to voice act for my series, and you know, I don't really blame them. But it's difficult to kind of like draw if I'm like kind of like just showing just a drawing on YouTube and it's nothing more than just a drawing, you know, and then it's like no voicing, no voice lines, nothing, just text. What about the visually impaired who could just at least focus on just the audio for the voicing? Like, come on, guys. And I know I could just use a text to speech or just AI, but I don't want to take the easy way out to just make the Magistral verse with cookie cutter voice AI. I want to make, like, genuine artwork and genuine animations. I've showed myself drawing before, and I still want to draw. I want to draw. I want to draw. I want to make sure this little guy's name does not go in vain. He gets to watch the Magistral verse with me going forward. This is my little sidekick. He will be big later on. Maybe somebody takes the vessel of Olaf and they're like, I'm Olaf. I'd have to say proof. I think a sidekick might be able to like pull off like the whole vessel of acting like my late deceased pet dog, like a sidekick who just kind of knows everything and could be able to become the embodiment of Olaf Kleine, the miniature Schnauzer canine dog. Then I could just kind of feature them throughout my Magistroverse blogs. Or just recruit them as a voice actor. But this is the security blanket variant. So imagine the edits, and then you could just get a pink background of this character, just like this. But for reference, if you want to like make an edit. Security blanket variant. Security blanket variant, right? I was gonna say plushie variant or doll variant, but no. I think security blanket variant sounds better. But yeah, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing Mr. Magistral me, seeing Olaf Kleine and Mr. Magistral me eat tofurky together. I'll just tell you to stay tuned for the next Magistral verse installment, but yeah, you could just say goodbye, Olaf Kleine. Yeah, this is the most he could do of saying bye. Maybe with like his other arm, he could try to say hi, or goodbye at least, but he's saying goodbye. He was really excited to see you guys, and he wants to see you again. He'll miss you guys, but he'll at least see you. We'll have time for the next video, Olaf Kleine. We'll have time. When I pet his ear, he shakes his leg or something like this. When I scratch his ear, he likes it when I scratch his ear. Fluffy. Security blanket variant, Olaf Kleine. Or shaking hands. Donald Trump handshake. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. That was very mediocre of me to just reference this like in 2020. What year is this? What year is this? 2026. Passive aggressive handshake. Boop. Dude. Yeah. He would just say goodbye. See you soon. There we go. He's saying goodbye. Alright, hold on. There we go. There we go. I think this is better. This looks better with a simple little goodbye or hi. A hi or a goodbye. But I want to see if I could do it without my hand showing. This is why a scarf. Yeah, like this, like a puppeteer type of thing. I can make a little cartoon. Olaf Kleine adventures. I just tied it like a bandana. Yeah, you see like a knot like down. I have to. I usually tie this like a knot from behind. Like I'll show you with just my hand. Since I'm using one hand to tie this. And now I'm using two. There you go. Security blanket variant. Oh, there's a piece of lint or hair. Security blanket variants. And then, dude, somebody should just reanimate this entirely. Like, it'd be nice if somebody could reanimate this. And then a little handshake. Oh, this is a handshake, by the way. Handshake. Looks like he's just trying to shake my hand instead of me shaking his hand. But yeah. Handshake. One. handshake. The thing I like about this is you could literally see through here, like, kind of. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye. And on the behalf of Olaf, thanks for watching. And leave a like and subscribe. Alright, I think that's all. And that's a wrap. Cut.